You can have whatever you like. Yeah, stacks on deck, Patron on ice, and we can pop bottles all night. Baby, you can have whatever you like. Hi, my souls. Welcome to your monthly November tarot predictions. So this is a special one because we're actually going to channel your angels and spirit guides and tell you what they are bringing in this month, what they're trying to help you manifest, what the themes and the energies are, what's the best thing for you to focus on in terms of manifestation this month. We have messages from your angels, we have messages from your spirit guides, we got some fairy energy in here, so if you've been attracted to fairies, that's already a sign. This is the reading for you. This is a timeless reading, so even if you don't find it in November, it's when it's meant to find you. But specifically, we're focusing on November 2024. Okay, awesome. If you do end up enjoying this video, please don't forget to give this a like, comment down below what you want to manifest this month, and also subscribe because I'm going to be doing the more weekly tarot predictions so that you can get day-by-day predictions, advice, and all of that every single week. We've been really consistent with that one, so yeah, and I've been really enjoying that. And of course, I am drinking something today. Today, we have my little grumpy bear mug that my mom got me. And we have some matcha with pumpkin spice creamer. It's really delicious. And I have my mate, of course, as usual. I drank a lot of that, so, you know, sippy on all that. Oh my god, do you guys remember Graveyard Girl? Hold on, sippy just like opened up that archive in my brain. Anyways, we do have a channeled song for you today. You might have heard it in the intro where I was being a little bit cringe, but you know what? Cringe is my power. I just kind of embrace it. It is a song by T.I. and it's called Whatever You Like, I think. But yes, that's the energy your angels and your spirit guides want to give you. They want to give you whatever you like, and wherever you put your mind and power to, that is what you're going to manifest this month. Another big theme for this month is friendships, relationships. Okay, so this is nurturing connections and unconditional love. So how do we tap into unconditional love? And that brings me to the crystal that your spirit guides want you to work with, or just the crystal which energy matches this month the best. You know, you don't have to go and buy an emerald. Actually, emerald is my birth month stone. May babies, you can relate. But emerald is a beautiful, powerful, dynamic, pragmatic crystal. Oh my god, I'm talking. Sorry about that. Okay, so where were we? Yes, Emerald is that girl. She is all about unconditional love. And I just feel like it's a she energy. It's a very divine feminine stone, okay? It's a feminine energy coming through. If you've been feeling like you need some time to recover, if you've been feeling like you're really focusing on healing, or you're really confronting your shadows, this is a great month to continue doing that work. To take little breaks here and there, right? Recovery. We can't just look at the shadow all the time because that's a little bit too intense for us. But tapping into unconditional love, specifically healing past lives. So if you are on a twin flame journey, this is very significant for you, but if you're not, that's okay. The only reason I mention it is because I work with twin flames and I do tarot readings and divine feminine coaching on twin flame separation. So even though this isn't a full love reading, you know, I do work with that. So I wanted to mention that this is a perfect crystal to work if you are in separation, or if you're just, if you're in separation and you're healing shadow work, but you don't have to be on a twin flame journey, okay? You could just be on a soul journey. You know, you could have a soul connection, or you could just be healing in general, and that energy is extremely good to work with. All right, guys, so I actually have my little crystal book here, and I was drawn to a few messages from here. So instead of trying to memorize it, I was just like, let me just highlight the things about this crystal that your guides and angels want you to work with. So emerald is actually great for revealing truth about relationships, which kind of coincides with the energy we've been feeling last week. If you didn't watch last week's weekly energy update, it's a really good one. It's great because it's a cusp between like the ending of October and the beginning of November. So a lot of lessons and stuff. I'll link it somewhere up here, up there, or up here. I'm not sure if you want to watch it. Okay, but this is also a really good stone to stimulate your psychic powers, your clairvoyancy specifically. It's also a calming crystal. And with the whole past life things, it's like your angels and spirit guides want you to confront these lessons, to remember, tap into that energy so that your past doesn't affect your future. We're cycle breakers, curse breakers, light workers, starseed. That kind of energy is coming through for this collective that I'm picking up on. So this is about persevering and continuing to do that work. If you want to do a past life reading, I actually do those, but I only do them live through Zoom. So you can book a 30-minute or 1-hour reading with me, and we can actually look into your past life and see what lessons you are learning, or you can do it for yourself. Not a lot of people know this, but you can actually tap into your past lives in tarot readings or channel energies or meditation. That's another cool thing. You can actually meditate with a crystal like emerald, and you can tap into your past lives. And there's like so many free resources online as well for that. So you can Google that on your own. But if you want guided assistance, I'm always here for you too. But with the emerald energy, it's like your angels and your guides are bringing things up. So don't be surprised if you get triggered, so that it can be released and transmuted into positive energy. So if you're feeling a bit emotional, if you're feeling a bit distressed, if you're feeling self-sabotaging, that is normal. Okay, we're confronting these shadows, we're feeling our feelings, but we're not letting our feelings hold us back. Actually, my brother told me that quote, and I'm like, I'm gonna use that because that is so freaking wise. Does anyone have like just earth sign siblings and they're just so wise, and you're like, how? So wise beyond their years. But yeah, so that is really important. We're also confronting a lot of themes when it comes to how people view us in our relationships, what roles we play. And so, this is taking out the trash season. We're not tolerating things here. We are moving forward. I'm going to put more about the emerald crystal in the description box if you want to learn more how to work with it and all of that. But I do want to move forward into your spirit guides' main messages. We have a tarot and some oracle cards. Okay, we have the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is actually really crazy because you know how the emerald was like divine feminine energy? The Emperor is divine masculine energy, okay? The Emperor and the Empress are actually divine feminine and masculine, like the highest level of soulmates that you can manifest. If you're like, getting into tarot, like that's kind of what these cards represent. But in general, the Emperor is somebody who is stepping up into a position of authority. Sometimes it can also be like questioning authority and wanting to do your own thing because you're like, I see how you're like not being a good leader, or like you're noticing how certain things in life are unfair, unjust, and you're like, I think I could do that better than you. So that's what this energy is coming through here, is like learning those lessons and using it to carve out your own path, but stepping into your power. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Okay, that's also a big theme. It's kind of like saying, okay, is this really serving me? Am I doing this for the right reasons? Am I doing this for validation? Am I like, this is an energy of like, if you're a people pleaser, if you're an overgiver, if you're somebody who is always there for people, but people are not really showing up for you, it's not an equal give and take. We're rebalancing. Okay. October started off this energy with Libra season. Scorpio is putting it into play. Okay, that's why all these emotions are coming up, because we're transforming. And then Sagittarius season is really going to force us to take action. So just start now. This is your little warning to start now. And the Emperor also represents Aries energy. And you know how Aries are like, they get this impulse to do things and nothing can stop them. You cannot tell this sign anything about anything. Yeah, it's kind of like that passion is being renewed. So that's what your angels and guides are bringing you. They're bringing you tons of ideas and downloads. And this is not just an idea for you to like write down. It's for you to take action. Okay. So this is kind of like, okay, what can I do to take action towards my goals today? What ideas do I have? Also, like being able to be a little bit open-minded. And then the last thing with the Emperor is like discipline and structure. This is about reinstating and realigning yourself with structures, like building structures and healthy habits, and just being disciplined overall. I struggle with this. I'm gonna raise my hand right here, right now. I struggle with this, and I've been trying my best to be more disciplined and structured, but this is the season to do that. So yeah, that's that on that. Now the Oracle cards are also amazing. We have the Throne, which is like the Emperor is like, the Emperor. So we have a position of authority. So some of you guys may be switching careers, or maybe playing a different role, perhaps a bigger role, perhaps stepping up to leadership. But it's kind of like the role you were playing in the past. You're kind of shedding that and you're moving into another role in your life, whether this is a career opportunity, or maybe, you're having a baby and you're stepping up into like a more parental role, but it's a position of authority. Okay. This is something where you're going to have to look after people. People will look up to you. Like leadership kind of vibes. And we have money path. A path of with money is waiting for you to find it. I see that this has also been happening a lot in my readings where like collectively we're experiencing like these gates and opportunities are here and we feel that they're here. We feel that they were coming for a while now. We're just learning how to open those doors and how to step into those paths. So that's what this month is you recognizing the opportunities you have and seizing the day, seizing those opportunities because you do have money waiting for you. There is a big opportunity. You just have to be clear on what you want and step into it. Step into that role. You don't have to wait for divine timing or divine, whatever it is. You can literally, that's actually part of surrendering and it's part of manifesting is you not waiting on divine timing, you not waiting on cosmic permission or permission from anybody to do anything. You're taking charge. That's emperor energy right there. You're in charge now. And then we have the star, which star energy is also healing energy, but it's guaranteed success. So what these ideas that are coming to you that your guides and angels are bringing to you this month, these new roles that you're playing, step into them because they will open up a path of success for you. If you're manifesting money, it's coming. If you're manifesting that new career, it's coming. If you're manifesting your business to take off, it is coming. Okay, viral moments, viral ideas. I'm seeing people appreciating you. Okay, I'm seeing people, it does feel like a lot of pressure. Don't get overwhelmed by the thoughts. Work on the micro actions in the daily. Now we have your angel messages, and then we'll go into your spirit guides and fairy messages, but the angels kind of like are helping you bring up this more like career, business, money, manifesting energy. So that's why I wanted to go into the angels because the angels do not play about you, okay? They will do what you want them to do. So start opening up your mind and saying every day, I believe my life can shift in miraculous ways today. Okay, be open to those things. So first of all, we have a little message from your angels, conscious consumer. This is very important, especially because of the holidays. Again, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You are the star, okay? Your light shines, people will follow you no matter what. So you don't have to people please. It's about being comfortable with yourself and also not needing to prove yourself to any. Okay, I kind of already said that. All right, you get the point, you get it. So you have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade, organic goods. You live simply, right? You don't have to be lavish all the time. You don't have to prove to other people that you're successful with things and materials. We're getting out of the materialistic mindset, okay? And you purchase only that which you need, okay? You only purchase the things that you need. We're not going overboard. We are moving forward into this energy of abundance, not scarcity, okay? Because if you're here purchasing things and then being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, prove that my business is doing really well by buying my mom like this diamond earring, it's so expensive. It's like, she's not gonna notice the difference between like a $200 set with like a freaking $3,000, $10,000 set, right? And you may not have that much to spend. And I mean, maybe in the moment you do, but is that really a wise use of your money? I'm just giving that example because I'm the type of person where for my family, I will do anything. I will like make things happen. And sometimes I think I go a little bit overboard. So you may be struggling with that too, where you're like trying to be so helpful and trying to like make people so happy. And then you're like, was that really the wisest thing? Are people really that appreciative at the end? No, not really. I think this is kind of a big thing right now is like, what do I really need? What do I like? Does this get my point across without it being too flashy or lavish? And I think sometimes we go overboard, especially during this time. All right, I'm going to be done with that because I feel like you get it. You get it, we get it. All right, let's move forward. So we have El Ángel de Misericordia. We're going to read this in Spanish and then I will translate it, I promise, okay? You guys like when I read things in Spanish and I appreciate that so much because I love using my native tongue. Okay, we have La misericordia divina me da la gracia de ser tierno y aceptador. Okay, so we're moving on to that acceptance energy. This is about being tender with yourself and accepting yourself, allowing like the things that you would, sometimes we're harsher with ourselves than we are with others. So kind of treat yourself like as if you were giving your friend advice, right? It's about unconditional love, what we're tapping into, which is so hard sometimes, right? Sometimes we're like, I know you say I have this shining light, but I don't see it. All I see is darkness, soledad. And it's like, okay, let's take a moment. Let's breathe and let's accept and forgive ourselves. Last week's reading, I did give you guys a really cool meditation. It's a Hawaiian meditation, Ho'oponopono Ono, something like that. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but basically it's like you forgive yourself, you say that you love yourself, you thank yourself for that, and you move forward, right? It's kind of like a mantra meditation, really easy to get into if you're beginning in meditations, but this is continuing that energy, so continue those practices. I'll leave the one that I use linked down here just to make it easier for you guys, but let me get you a really good translation on this one. So misericordia is like mercy, compassion, right? So this is about having compassion for yourself and compassion for others. When we are learning lessons about unconditional love, sometimes we're reflecting on things where we're like, wow, I wasn't really being compassionate with myself, or that was really selfish of me. I shouldn't have done that. I should have treated people that way. So this is about moving forward. And I love how like the angel has like the little white lilies. Lilies represent spiritual love, and spiritual love has to come from within. You don't need a twin flame or a soulmate or whoever to validate that, right? It has to come from within. So this is really about having that self-compassion for ourselves. That is the energy that our angels are bringing us. So if you're having trouble when you're like, oh, I'm the worst person, I do this and that, I don't deserve good things, when we're having and getting stuck in those negative thoughts and we're kind of feeling horrible, ask your angels for compassion to help you and give you that energy, and give it time. Okay, have patience with yourself and with your angels, because things don't happen instantly. Everything is, it's always, whenever I talk about manifesting, especially when we're tapping into our Akashic records and all that, I always tell people it takes time for the divine to catch up. It's not going to be an instant thing. Sometimes it is, and that's wonderful, amazing. Maybe it was already aligned up for you and you just tapped into it. But other times, you can't put that expectation on it needs to happen like right now or within the next hour. You need to let it go and surrender and keep an open mind as to how it can happen. Because sometimes the angels will send you ideas, epiphanies. Sometimes they'll help you change your energy up. But sometimes they'll send a person to help you change your energy. Sometimes they'll send, a friend or somebody, or maybe a message, a comment or something like that. So you never know. And with that, if you want to comment something nice for somebody, or a quote or something that's helped you, an affirmation, put them in the comments, because you never know who's reading it and who it can help affect. As corny and cheesy as that sounds, I do really believe that works. Anyways, let's move on to your higher self's energy, and then we'll finally do our fairy energy. Our higher self's energy is all about acceptance. I accept myself. Let me love and accept myself as you love me. May I find you shining brightly within my own being. And I love how she's like holding her heart. That's heart chakra energy. I'm telling you guys, the color green and pink are significant this month. Oh, isn't it so funny that Wicked is coming out this month and that's green and pink energy? It's like we're all collectively, we're picking up on that. But let me know if you guys are going to watch Wicked. I know I am. Okay, so that's very significant. Like your higher self wants you to know that this month is going to be, I hate using the word selfish because it has such a negative connotation, but that comes along with it that people automatically go to. But it truly is, if you can't take care of yourself, how do you expect to take care of others? Sometimes you have to be a little bit selfish, and you have to understand that the people who love you and support you truly are going to understand you. They're going to come around. They're not going to just throw you on the wayside, right? So there's also this energy of your higher self letting you know that this month is going to be a month of tough conversations. You can't avoid or run from it. If you feel like running, take a moment for yourself. Okay, I'm a runner. I run from things. So I feel you. I'm the first one to be like, this is tough. I gotta go. I'm just gonna excuse myself. No, but this is like, okay, maybe I need a break from this. Maybe I'm hitting a wall here. Maybe I need to take some time off. Maybe I need to work on something else right now. And then we go back to it. We don't run away. We circle back. And the fairy message. So the fairy says, despierta tu verdadero ser. Wake up to your true self. I'm actually going to read the book because working with the fairies, something interesting is that they will help you awaken to your true self, right? We were talking about awakening to your gifts, awakening to your role, right? Which is all aligning with your purpose and learning to accept yourself, and like emotional blocks are being lifted this month. But if you want that extra help from the fairies, they are asking you to do something. So let's see what the fairies are asking you to do. This is your homework, okay? So, and this is in Spanish, so I'm going to translate it as best as possible. But it says, significado de la carta. Estás empezando a recuperar tu identidad natural, incluyendo tu antiguo sentido del humor, tus intereses, pasiones y deseos. Confía en que cualquier confusión o cambio que estés experimentando actualmente forma parte de tu evolución saludable. Afirmación. Ahora me doy permiso para ser fiel a mí mismo, period. That's literally what we're talking about. So the affirmation is, right now, I give myself permission to stay faithful to myself. And now I'm getting like the Spanglish scrambles, like the little brain scrambies. If you're bilingual or like trilingual, whatever, if you know multiple languages, let me know if this happens to you or you're like, whoa, let me just transition real quick. But the meaning of the card is that you are starting to recuperate your true and natural identity, including your old sense of humor, your interests, your passions, your wishes. So trust that whatever confusion or change that is happening because of you experimenting and refining yourself is a part of your healthy evolution. So this month is all about healthy evolutions, okay? And now what do they want you to do? Yeah, so the fairies will help you dispel this like cloud of uncertainty over your mind and heart. It's like you're starting to see through the perspective of your authentic self, which is super important this month. However, this is going to require you to embrace the changes that are coming because you're shedding your old self. You're moving into a new self. And like we continually do this throughout our lives, but this month is that month, okay? This is the month of being like, all right, we're moving forward. That's crazy because I literally like 2 years ago left my long-term relationship around this time of year. I have like a whole video if you want to know more about my story, but anyways, and around November is when I really started shedding like everything else that had to go. It's like shedding the relationship was just phase 1, which happened around like October, and then in November phase 2 enacted, and then that was everything else. So that's crazy that this is happening again. This is like rediscovering perhaps friends, reconnecting with people that you've ignored or your interests that you've ignored, maybe reevaluating your lifestyle that you've been living, right? So this is about recuperating your authentic identity, your life, and your personality. And so the fairies are saying, if this is truly what you want to step into, which is what you're going to need to do if you want to manifest this month, all of the success, the opportunities that are coming in for you, and the spiritual and emotional lessons of unconditional love, acceptance, and all of that, you're going to have to let go of your false self. You're going to have to confront your false self and start building solid foundations for yourself, and you're going to see how everything falls together. So it's like the fairies are like, embrace the chaos, embrace the change, don't resist, and we will help you bring this in all beautifully. And even though it feels weird and chaotic and like everything's falling apart right now, it is going to come together perfectly, and you're going to thank us later. All right, those are the messages for November. A little bit longer than I decided it to be, but you know what? I hope that this helped you. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can watch that weekly breakdown of November's energy, and I will leave that here somewhere if you want it. Don't forget to like, share, comment down below those positive affirmations for people. I recently learned how to snap, guys. That's why I'm doing this. Anyways, I will see you guys next week in the next video or whenever I see you. Bye.